Hello guys, and welcome to another ProfileTree video. So in today's video we are going to be covering SSL. What exactly is it, the pros and cons of it, and how you would use it as a business. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So just to get started, what exactly is SSL? So it's pretty much what it means is a secure sockets layer. Now it is a security protocol and it's used to provide a secure and encrypted connection between a web server and then the web browser. It was actually originally developed by Netscape in 1995 and its main purpose was to ensure privacy, authentication and data integrity within the internet communications. Now SSL provides a way for websites to transmit sensitive information. This would be different payment methods like credit card numbers or debit card numbers. Of course, you've got social security numbers, you've even got driver's license, bank details, things like that, login credentials, securely over the internet. When the SSL is enabled on the website, it's indicated by a padlock icon in the web browser's address bar. You'll see it on the top left if you log into any or jump into any sort of website. As I said, it's beside the URL. And it will begin with HTTPS instead of HTTP. So that's when you know you're insured for the security. You've got SSL there. So the background story basically, so that's pretty much the background story. SSL has been pretty successful since then, and we still continue to call it SSL, but it's actually now called TLS, and the TLS is a more secure encryption protocol. But of course the term SSL is still widely used. That's why we refer both of them SSL and TSL. So that's just a little bit of a backstory on what it stands for. Now this is just to demonstrate how it would look within the web browser that you're going to be viewing, or any sort of website you're entering. So if it is a normal HTTP, this is how it would look. Of course, it'll be an unsecure connection. So if you do provide sensitive information, there are ways for, of course, people would have bad terms to use it. That's when sensitive information can be taken from your device. So you have to be really careful if you're entering any websites without a secure connection. Now, if you are joining an encrypted connection, as it said, it will have a SSL certificate, and the way to see the difference between the two is the fact that it'll be HTTPS instead of HTTP. Now, there are actually different types of SSL certificates out there. So there are several different types of SSL certificates as mentioned. Now, if you have, it depends on the type of website you have. So if it's single domain, so a single domain SSL certificate applies to only one domain, and so that is pretty much just like www.profiletree.com. So that'll refer to the one single domain. Now you could have a wildcard as well. So like a single domain certificate, a wildcard SSL certificate applies to only one domain. However, it also includes that domain's subdomain. So for example, a wildcard certificate could cover www.profiletree.com, or then you would have, so say for example, if we had a store, it would be store.profiletree.com, and it could be like developers.profiletree.com, while a single domain certificate could only cover the first. So that's what that's meaning. Of course, you have multi-domain as well, which is which pretty much means multi-domain SSL certificates that can apply to multiple unrelated domains. So it's in the name, that's what that would stand for. So what exactly is the benefits of SSL? So as I've mentioned before, it's great to have it for protecting sensitive information. Now you can't really run a website without it, I would say, since it's protecting passwords, credit card numbers, and other personal data that is transmitted over the internet. Now, again, without SSL, the data is fairly vulnerable to anyone who wants to commit any sort of cybercrime, such as interception by hackers, and you have identity theft. So all those different cybercrimes that can happen if you don't have SSL. Now with SSL, this data is encrypted and can only be decrypted by authorized parties with the right encryption key. So that's where the encryption key comes along. And another benefit of SSL, I would say, is that it will help improve the trust and credibility of a website. Now, you can see it with big marketing companies, they all have SSL issued. And of course, if it does have an SSL, it's just marked as secure in the browser, and that gives the users confidence that their data is being protected and that the website is legitimate. This can be especially important for e-commerce websites where users are required to enter sensitive information in order to make a purchase. Now, if you were looking to obtain an SSL certificate, it's easy enough to do so. They are actually issued by certificate authorities, so that's the only way you can get them. They are a trusted third-party organization that verify the identity of the website owner and of course issue the certificate. Now there are several types of SSL certificates as mentioned. So you got domain validated ones, organization validated, extended validation certificates. Each of them provide a different level of validation and offers different features and benefits. Now there are there's different companies that will offer some protection. So you got ones like Cloudflare, you've got Flywheel, and a couple of other ones out there. I do know that Cloudflare offers free SSL certificates for any business. So a website protected by Cloudflare can activate the SSL with pretty much just a few clicks. From what I know, websites may need to be set up by an SSL certificate on their origin server as well. I think they do have an article on that if you guys want to read on it. Now you may be wondering what exactly is the potential disadvantage to having SSL. Sometimes it could be the cost, so obtaining an SSL certificate can involve an additional cost, especially for an extended validation certificate. You have the configuration which you have to do as well, so that's the technical side. You need to have specific knowledge of server administration and security. So if you don't have that, you're going to have to either get a developer to help you out with your website. Also depends on the compatibility, so some older browsers or devices may not be compatible with the certain SSL certificates or encryption protocols, and that could, of course, that's where you relate into some issues with connection errors. Performance as well could be a major factor, so encrypting data can add additional overhead and obviously potentially impact the website or server performance. That's particularly with heavy traffic or low power hardware, so you don't really need to worry if you don't have any of those considered in place. Now you also have the false sense of security, so SSL only secures data in transit between client and server, and it doesn't necessarily protect against other vulnerabilities such as malware and data breaches. So it's always important to take an approach to the website security. Always check over it. Don't rely on the SSL certificates because of course it's just data encryption. That's all that is. So that was just a rundown of what we talked about, the cost, configuration, compatibility, and of course performance and a false sense of security. So just a little recap. Of course, SSL is very good to have for e-commerce websites, and of course its abbreviation is for Secure Sockets Layer. And now of course we still refer to the new version TLS to SSL. It's more the fact that they are more or less the same thing. SSL is pretty much the direct predecessor of another protocol that's called TLS, and I know I keep saying TLS, but that actually means Transport Layer Security. So in about 1999, the Internet Engineering Task Force proposed an update to SSL. So since then, since this update was being developed, Netscape was no longer involved, so the name was then changed to TLS. So of course, Internet Engineering Task Force, their IETF. So The differences between the final version of SSL, so that's 3.0, and the first version of TLS are not drastic. So it's still doing the same thing, like data encryption and a couple of other security factors when you're passing through sensitive information over the net. So that's why the name change was applied to signify the change in ownership. It's pretty much not really a big, everybody still calls it SSL. Some people will call it TLS. More or less the same thing. You would know exactly what it is in terms of security. So, and yeah, so that's pretty much the recap. It's really good to have an SSL certificate, of course, if you want to gain any user's trust to use your website, and of course have that encryption lock. That's what users would like to have. They want to make sure that their data is protected. That's all it pretty much is just passing through sensitive information over the net. Now, if you guys have any questions at all regarding the video, please do let us know in the comment section below. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.